Minecraft has had an inventory problem for a while now. In recent years, it has been discussed more than ever with the Caves and Cliffs update slowly rolling out through snapshots. We already can see a major problem occurring with how many items are actually going to be in this update. I believe we can trace this problem all the way back to 2017 with 1.12 or the World of Color update. But over the years, this problem has been getting bigger and bigger with updates such as Update Aquatic adding trapdoors, pressure plates, and buttons for all the wood types, and of course all the water items. The Village and Pillage update adding 14 new stairs, 14 slabs, and 12 wall types, as well as all the workstations. And in the Nether update, Mojang added more than I can even imagine. From 2 new wood types and all the other components that can be crafted from them, to biome dependent blocks such as basalt, blackstone, and nylium. Without an inventory update in addition to 1.17, the downfall of the Nether update will be the downfall to this update too. For example, already in 1.17, this update added more or close to the same amount of blocks and items that a finished update, like the Nether update, has added. New blocks like deepslate can be crafted into 17 different variants, and copper blocks have 28 types of variants, counting the normal, cut, waxed versions, stairs, and slabs. In this video, I'll be going over 4 ways Mojang can somewhat fix or solve the Minecraft inventory problem. One of the main problems with the inventory is the amount of clutter basic or everyday use items actually take up. For example, here's an average endgame player's inventory. You can see that there's only 10 slots for items. If you think this is extreme, this is how cluttered my inventory can easily get on Tobu's terrain. This is where the new item, the backpack, comes into play. The backpack essentially is an inventory expander, giving the player 16 extra inventory slots to work with. At the moment, the inventory has 36 slots, but with the backpack on, it can hold 52. Inside the player's inventory, there will be a new slot underneath the crafting table, which is able to hold the backpack, which is similar to how the offhand works. When the backpack is in its slot, the inventory will be shifted over and the slots for the backpack will be shown. This type of inventory movement is nothing new because we have the knowledge book that shifts everything to the right to make room when it's opened. When opening a chest and presumably the player has their backpack in the slot, the backpack UI will be shown inside the chest for easy access. Backpacks, just like leather armor, can be dyed to pinpoint which backpack you want to pick up. You can have a mining backpack with extra torches, water buckets, wood, and food for an example. An even better backpack can be made with a smithing table and a netherite ingot to make the netherite backpack. This backpack cannot be dyed, but is used to store your most valuable items that you would not like laying around in your inventory. When dropped in lava, the netherite backpack will stay intact as well as all the items inside. Shulker boxes came at the perfect time, being introduced in 1.11 or the exploration update, which is right before the World of Color update, which I stated in the introduction of this video where we can trace the problem back to. But as years progressed, more and more items and blocks were added, but the Shulker box never adapted to those changes. Amethyst shards have barely any use at the moment, and with the rarity in the world, they should be a very useful endgame item. So with that, I present enchanted Shulker boxes, and amethyst is the main ingredient. In an enchanting table, instead of using lapis for basic enchants, amethyst can be used to find enchants for items such as Shulker boxes. The extra storage enchant comes in 3 tiers. Each enchantment tier adds 9 more slots or 1 more row until it reaches a double chest size Shulker box at tier 3. At a mega build, this enchantment will turn this monstrosity of a Shulker box mess into a more manageable size. The reinforced enchant makes the Shulker box indestructible to fire or lava, essentially turning it into a netherite item. Similar to the backpack earlier, you should be keeping your most important items in this to keep them safe. The last enchant is the cycle enchantment. This unique enchantment will allow the player to cycle through blocks inside of the Shulker box. When they're on the block they wanted, the Shulker box acts as that block and places it down until the item inside is empty. Bundles were Mojang's attempt at fixing the inventory problem, but they missed the whole idea of it. The bundle is originally used for cleaning up the inventory of miscellaneous items, holding only 64 items at a time. They do an okay job with this aspect, but there are many underlying problems that you will come across when using these. Bundles do not work with unstackables. When exploring early game, you may come across a dungeon. Inside that chest, you find a name tag, saddle, diamond horse armor, and an enchanted book. This is where you think the bundle would come in handy storing these items, but they only hold one type of unstackable item, making them useless to store these items, and that's why I think bundles should hold at least 4 stacks of items. Holding 4 items will allow that player to store 4 unstackable items that they find in a dungeon, mineshaft, or anywhere else they're traveling in the early game. 4 is also an easy number because you'd be able to hold 64 of the items that stack to 16, such as ender pearls, eggs, or snowballs. One other idea that I have with the bundle is essentially making it a quiver. There has been hints to adding a quiver in the past, and there was also a texture in the game file from a very long time ago, and I think bundles is a great way to make that happen. Storage systems are something outside of the player's inventory that would need to be changed when having an overhaul. Every update adds new blocks and items, and with that, storage systems are getting more elaborate and bigger in size. For example, there is the more simple storage system, the Impulse SV design, taking advantage of redstone signals to filter items, or Tangotech's complicated design to sort multiple item types. For the improved hoppers, it will allow players to make a storage system that's both a mix of simple and complicated versions. Inside the Hopper's UI, there is now a hashtag button, or you can look at it as a filter. Already inside the game, there's data values set to each block. All wood planks are under the hashtag planks value, and all wood logs are under the hashtag logs value. But it's not that simple because some blocks can fall under multiple categories. Like how overworld logs fall under the hashtag logs that burn category, but the nether stems do not, even though they share the hashtag log category. When using the filter inside the hopper, there should be a text prompt that pops up indicating what categories the items inside the hopper fall under. The player would figure out which one they want to use and click on it, making that hopper only accept those items. The filter would decrease the amount of size a basic storage system would take, and it would make it easier for the average player to get situated instead of rummaging through chests to find items. So I just explained a few of my ideas to fix the Minecraft's inventory problem. I tried to stick as closely to vanilla as I possibly could, and I would like to know your ideas on how to fix the inventory problem in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.